Hello class, welcome to Arjun English School. Today, 12th standard chapter number 2 debenture. Here it is the part 2. For this chapter, it is also theoretical part where now there is one topic for debentures. Journal entry for debenture. It means when debentures are issued. Now, here there are options. That is, if debenture issued with installment or lump sum or issue with lump sum. Now, if debenture issued with installment, then there are again four installment as per the chapter number 1 equity share, application, allotment, first call as well as final call. But if it is on lump sum, then there are only two journal entries, that is first related to application and allotment and second is same application and allotment debit. But here there are some changes. It means wherever we are using the word equity share, so instead of equity share, there is a word which called debenture. It means bank account debit to debenture application and allotment account, and second entry debenture application and allotment account debit to debenture account. Got it? If debenture are issued at par. Par means face value. Then after, if debenture are issued with different installment, then there are two entries for each installment. Like, so now if debenture are issued with installment, then two entries for each installment. Like if it is with application, then bank account debit to debenture application and second entry debenture application account debit to debenture account. But for every installment, there is rate of interest for debenture. These rate of interest that we have to mention on every journal entries. Like if rate of interest is 9%, then we have to write 9%. If it is 8%, then we have to write 8%. Okay. So now first entry bank account debit to 9% debenture application and second entry 9% debenture application to 9% debenture. And if here if there is any excess application, then such excess application that company have to return to the debenture holders. In that situation, we have to credit bank account. Got it? Next one, for allotment, like 9% debenture allotment account debit to 9% debenture. Remember chapter number 1 where instead of debenture there is a word equity share, and at chapter number 1 we are writing like equity share capital account. But now in debenture chapter, instead of equity share, we are writing what debenture allotment. And instead of equity share capital, we have to just write debenture, not debenture capital. Okay, because debenture is not a part of a capital; it is a loan. So at the end of debenture, you cannot write like debenture capital. In equity, you have to write equity share capital. Got it? Next, entry number 4, bank account debit to 9% debenture allotment account for allotment. Now, fifth and sixth entry for call. If it is first and final call, it can be only final call. And if there are two different first and final call, then two entries for each installment. Here, it is only just a call. So now, entry number 5, entry number 7, that is 9% debenture call account debit to 9% debenture and bank account debit to 9% debenture call account. That's it. Okay. So after completing this journal entry, there is a specific sum, but practical part is that we are going in next session. Before that, I am completing this theory part. Second point, that is issue of debentures at premium. It means when debenture are issued with premium. Now what is premium? If price of debenture is 100, but if company is charging 130 per debenture in this example, so 30 rupees that company is excessively charging, it is called premium. And as per Companies Act 2013, any premium amount that is transferred to security premium reserve account, this premium that is transferred to security premium reserve account, and this security premium reserve account, it is shown in the equity and liabilities side of balance sheet under the head of reserves and surplus. Got it? So here it is the issue of debenture with premium. Next one, issue of debentures with discount. Here, if the face value of the debenture that is 100 and company charging 90. So here company is charging less amount compared to his face value. So 10 rupees, that is the difference which we call discount. Now why company is giving us a discount? Because whenever the market reputation of the company is very low, so to attract the customers, to attract the holders, company is providing a discount, like the 100 rupees value, 100 rupees value of debentures, for which company is charging 90 rupees. So here 10 rupees is discount, and as per Companies Act 2013, discount that is debited, like the name, discount on debenture account. Okay, and this discount on debenture account, that is a part of preliminary expense. Okay, so debenture discount is a part of preliminary expense in the balance sheet. Okay, so it is called fictitious assets. Next one, this discount on issue of debenture that we have to writing off. So it is called writing off discount on issue of debentures, and for which journal entry is security premium reserve or P&L account debit to discount on debenture account, or if there is a loss, then loss on issue of debenture account. Okay, means this loss on issue of debenture or discount on issue of debenture that is transferred to premium or P&L account. Simple. Next one, yes, this is the another topic, issue of debenture for consideration other than cash. Means if debentures are issued but the consideration that is other than cash means debentures are issued, but for this extra liability, no need to pay any kind of cash. But instead of cash, if company is providing any assets, then it is called issued for issue of debenture other than cash. In this example, at the time of purchase of asset, asset account debit to liability account to vendor's account. Vendor means seller. It means if any person selling his business, then In this business, entire asset that are transferred to the buyer, so asset account debit, but including asset, liability is also transferred, so liability account credit. It means asset account debit, liability account credit. And to acquire this business, company have to pay some amount to the seller, so seller account credit. Now in second journal entry, seller account debit to debenture account. Got it? Means to this seller, to vendor, we have paid debenture, and debenture are issued not for raise our capital as a bank, but to raise our assets and liabilities. Got it? Next one. Issue of debentures as a collateral security. Now, what is collateral security? If debentures are issued and company required a loan from bank, then to the bankers we have to mortgage our any asset. So if we want to put a mortgage as a debenture, then to the bankers we are providing debentures. Okay, so it is called debenture issued as a collateral security, and it is paid to the bankers. Now there are two methods when issue of debentures as a collateral security. Like here in first method, debentures given to the bank as a security for safety of loan. Then no journal entry is passed for the issue of debentures in the books. Only in balance sheet we are showing in liabilities side that we have taken a loan from the bank. In another side, our debentures are mortgage. There is second method in which one journal entry that we have to pass, like debenture suspense account debit to debenture account. Now what is a suspense? Here debenture are, our main owner of the debenture are the company, but debenture are transferred to the bankers as a mortgage of debenture as a security. So there is in another side debenture are issued, so debenture account credit, but these debenture are not for us, it is to the bankers, and real owner of the debenture are the company. So in second part, debenture suspense account, that is debited. Means whenever the word debenture issued as collateral security in second method, we have to pass the journal entry like debenture suspense account debit to debenture account. Got it? Next one. There is a difference for equity share and debenture, which is most important. Yes, this one. Most important difference, that is the difference between equity shares and debentures. Here, first of all, type of capital. In share, shareholders are the real owners of the company, whereas debenture holders are the creditors of the company. Second one, no return will be available to the shareholder if company does not make any profit, but there is a fixed amount of interest which the company have to pay to the holders on specific time. Simple. Third one, charge. Share being the ownership security, company has not to offer any security against this. And here, company is generally required to create a fixed or floating charge on asset. Means here there is no charge, but here on debenture there is fixed or floating charge. Charge means mortgage or hypothecation. Point number 4, shareholders have a right to take a part in administration of the company and having voting rights. But debenture holders does not have any voting rights because the shareholders are the owners, so owners having voting rights, but debenture holders are the outside of the part of the company like creditors, so they don't have any rights of voting. Next, restriction on issue of discount. Except SWAT, share cannot be issued at discount. Debenture can be issued at discount. Now, what is SWAT? If debentures, if shares are issued to the shareholders, existing shareholders, or shares are given to the employees. Okay, so this is called SWAT, and equity share cannot be issued at discount except SWAT. Means if I am the company and if I want to issue shares for my existing employees, then I can issue SWAT at a discount. But other than that, there is no any discount in equity share. But debenture can be issued at discount. Got it? Next one, convertibility. Share cannot be converted into debentures, but in opposite side, debentures can be converted into shares. Next, redemption. Company is not required to return the share capital during its lifetime, but proceeds of debentures are to be repaid after a fixed term. Remember first lecture of this chapter where I have said that other than infrastructure company, there is a time for debenture holders to repay the debentures, that is within 10 years. But for company, there is no repayment time. It means here company holds the shares till the end of the company, till the end of the life of the company, or we can say that other than liquidation, equity shares are not returnable. Next, at the time of liquidation, shareholders are paid any sum of only if the amount is left after the paying of all the outside liabilities. Means first of all, company paying all the outside liabilities, creditors, bank loans, debentures, etc. And if there is any balance, then such balance goes into the hands of equity shares. In another side, at the time of liquidation, debenture holders are paid in priority to the shareholders. Got it? It means debenture have more benefits, but shareholders have very few benefits. Like first of all, debenture holder got fixed amount of interest, whereas shareholder has no any fixed amount of interest. At the time of liquidation, debenture holder got the first right, shareholder got the last right to get the money back. But there is one important benefit in equity share, that is equity shareholders have a voting rights, but debenture holder have no voting rights. Okay, so this is the theory part that I have completed, and from the next class I am going to start the practical sums thereon. Thank you.